Welcome back. Chapter 4, A Captive Goddess. Alexei has transformed the Statue of Liberty into his own twisted base of operations. It is the source of the supernatural forces that twine through the city streets, as if laughing at the concept of liberty. Peals of thunder roar, harbingers of the threat, facing civilization. Peals of thunder. I've never heard that term before. It must be a literacy thing. The statue must be reclaimed or humanity will suffer. After making his way to Liberty Island, Ryu's steely gaze now falls upon the greater fiend Alexei. I am so pumped for this chapter. I remember this chapter very vividly because you're supposed to get the incendiary shuriken in this, but of course that's been removed. So, still so as gorgeous as much as I remember.
A long era of silence, trapped in eternal slumber.
I remember he's just like, he's trying to be a poet. It's not a poet and he doesn't know it. It's a poet and I want to be.
Even the deepest slumber can be disrupted
Coffee.
by a single strike of lightning.
Oh my god. Well, you can't strike me with lightning because I'm too quick. Too quick. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Oh. Do we have enough monies for upgrading? No, we don't, because, yeah, it's 30,000. I could do the flail, but I think we discussed before that the flail's plenty strong without it. So, unnecessary. And plus, I want to save up for the better flail version. Sewer time. If you don't remember, last we left off, we were... I wasn't paying attention. We were in the sewer, and we just finished fighting this giant metal centipede. If you haven't seen it, I would advise going back and watching the previous episode. And after that, we walked away from explosions without looking because we're super cool, and cool guys don't look at explosions. Oh, no. Oh, he's aiming. I think the #1 weakness I have in this game, besides just not being the best, is I always have a horrendous habit of, what is it? Like, paying attention to something else so much that it distracts me. So if I was a superhero, 100% I would fail because it'd be like, what's it? It's where the supervillain literally does a distraction to distract the hero, and then the hero attacks. I mean, of course the heroes do it too, but in like Batman, Robin will do something to be like, oh, you didn't see Batman coming, huh? And then Joker will be like, what? And he gets punched in the face. So freaking pumped. That was a big smack. He's like charged up for it. Reminded me of a cat that, I forgot I can do that with the, staff. It reminds me of, like, a cat that reels back to whap ya. I know my cat definitely does that. I'm gonna change to my talons. Just because I'm in the talon-y mood. So why not? There's, like, a good talon. The Art of the Wind Blades. Ooh, ninjutsu. New ninjutsu. I like Wind Blades. It's very good of being versatile with, like, getting people around me. Literally, it's, yeah, Wind Blades. And it also cuts off limbs majority of the time. So it's best for doing executions after. And I love it. Dun 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 doo da. Nothing is back here. Do 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 da day. I think my favorite thing about some of these games is that subway tunnels is something that can relate between a lot of hack and slashes. Not nowadays, but in the past. Like, for example, Ninja Gaiden 2, right now, subways. Metal Gear Rising, you have the subway level, and you can be stealthy in it. And it's the one that's like completely dark. And I adore it so much. Oh, come here. You're wounded. And I don't like it when you guys can just do what you want, because, whoo, you're terrifying. Ha. Ah. Terrifying in the sense of, if I don't do something, I'm going to perish. And I'm always terrible against these guys. There's like, I don't think Crisis could be, obviously it's a first-person shooter, it's not a hack and slash. But it also has a subway level. I guess I was wrong about the hack and slash. Old games really liked subway tunnels. So that's a better thing than hack and slashes. There's probably plenty more hack and slashes that I'm forgetting that have subway tunnels. But yes, generally old games have that more in common. Ooh, you know what? I want to get both of you. Yeah, aim the blades that really go in every direction. I think I could have sworn they did. Maybe that's like an upgraded version. Okay. Yeah, these guys, they get out of their what's it called? Knockback. Their stun time a lot quicker. I think the darker colored ones are definitely more aggressive than the pink ones. I'm trying to avoid saying exactly what color they are, noir, because it will definitely sound not good motivated. What, not goodly targeted. The darker ones are causing a fuss. Typical. I hate that so much. And I mean, technically, Caucasians are called like pinkies or pink or something sometimes, and some I've heard it called. I don't know who calls them that. I don't know if that was just a thing I've personally heard and it was a joke off Doom. I just know that's something I've heard, and so I'm not saying anything, but it's you never know what intentions are. No. If I had to say anything, Team Ninja, their people are, they make me think of like Insomniac, with how they seemingly, at least from an outside perspective, seemingly to seem, my words are getting jumbled because I'm focusing too hard. They seem to treat their people with a respect, and that usually passes on to caring for people around them, different cultures, and their community in general. You know what? Screw it, I'm using another one. Shut up, what out. Oh, I guess it does go in a single direction. Because I was wrong about that. I don't know if it's true that I'm just remembering it from the original game, or I'm just misremembering in general, but it's usually a gamble between the two. You need to stop shooting fireballs at me. I need to, maybe if I can get one of them to like spew out a orb like that guy. Yes, I can do an ultimate. That's just what the doctor ordered. Where'd you go? Hey, how are ya? Now that could be interpreted as offensive. Because I do remember growing up, that was the joke. The whole Native American song going, hey, how are ya? Huh, another crash. Seems to be my graphics card. I think I might have an update. It might fix this, but... Oh, capture card, graphics update, problems. So, originally, did you see those barrels I just broke beyond that, that gate? Originally, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to, I think, not get the, I don't think it's the incendiary shurikens. I could be wrong. But it's either the incendiary shurikens or some kind of, like, flame bow or something. And then you're supposed to shoot the barrels, and the barrels blow up, and then they allow you to get in that area. The fact that I was able to just smack it open was definitely not a thing. I do not remember that being the case. So, I mean, that's pretty interesting. I really would have never considered just smacking it open. I don't even remember the Sigma. Playing when that happened in Sigma. There's like little things Because, I mean, we went over this before. This is basically more of a remaster of Sigma with some changes for the players to make it a more appealing experience. So, and I get it. I have had some time to think about it. So originally when you would think about it, you just think, oh, they really should have taken the original, upscaled it, done all that stuff, because of how much, God, that's gorgeous, how much better it is in a lot of ways, and how much content was cut from this one that was really kind of unnecessary. But there were a lot of lifestyle changes and graphic updates for Sigma, to the point where I get why they did Sigma, because in my personal opinion, I don't actually know the exact reason. I haven't seen any interviews or anything if they have talked about it, but personally I think it's because, one, the graphical difference isn't that much of a leap because it's a gradual thing, and that really helps with going off of Sigma. It shortens development time, it makes things a little bit easier. It gives a better base, because if you try making hair from clay, that's going to be like a mound of clay. That's going to be a lot harder than making hair from an already, like, a mold of clay or something that's already been molded a good amount. Ooh, and I don't even need it, so it's not really like I can do anything. But, yeah, so if it's already been molded for you a bit, that's going to make it a lot easier to just work from scratch. Then you have something like, then, like, some of the changes in gameplay that help collision, or some of the stuff that generally makes the game better and more receptive, and some changes they feel like was necessary, like omitting stuff based for whatever reason. Yeah, you can work off of that. I'm just saying, like, it really helped probably fix it. Wait, can I still? You can! Okay, I don't know why I was able to just bust it open then. That's not something I remember. But we have confirmed I can explode the barrel still. Sick. So it was just with the normal bow. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, we don't get an incendiary shuriken yet. I remember, or kunai. I remember we were supposed to get that type of kunai in the original game. Weird. What was I saying? Oh yeah, in general, I understand why they worked off of Sigma, and I'm not one to complain about it. Jewel of the Demon Seal? I'm still waiting. I'm sorry, but we're still going to wait until we get to the Shadow thing. We're not going to see any upgrades with the other stuff. And now I can instantly get the Shadow one up to, like, max. It's so powerful. It is literally the power of the Void. You saw in action moida me. You saw it decimate me. It is literally Void. It's launching a Void forward that eliminates everything in its path for space and time. Imagine having that kind of power. And like at max, get me out of there. At max power, yeah, that's just gonna obliterate everything in its path. And I know it won't for bosses, but that's essentially like telling yourself, hey, for a boss, it would just carve out the top of their face. And if the guy who faced me, forgot his name already, in the first one had to fix his skill issue and essentially upgraded, I would have been gone in like the very first launch. Okay. I don't want to fall. I don't know. Oh, wait. I'm a big old ninny. Oh, I'm supposed to go down. Okay. Well, we all know what that means. If you're supposed to go down, the only way to go is the opposite direction. Ah! Oh, wait. This is the correct direction. As I was jumping, I was immediately thinking that. I was like, wait a minute. I'm gonna check. And that was right. Always second guess yourself. It leads to the proper things. Yeah, I think those are actually cause damage to the enemies too. So it's like, it's good to have them around. I should have kept that last one because I feel like there's going to be enemies the second I'm done with this. Life for no guns. And we've already looked at that before. So, ooh, 3 more and we can upgrade our health. 30. Yes. Oh. Oh. Mwah. Watch this. Watch. So first we're going to do the Dragon Sword. Dragon Sword first priority because I don't think that you have to fully get it. I think maybe it instantly upgrades for you once you get it, but you do get a jewel that essentially makes it upgraded to 4. And I think that it might either be instantly upgraded or it just adds on to what you have. I don't remember, but in general, having a level 3 upgraded Demon Sword helps you get really used to it. And that's always the first one I try having immediately to level 3 just in case. And I've never been unprepared enough to warrant knowing if the jewel instantly puts me to level 4. Maybe if after we're done, if you guys really enjoyed this gameplay to the point where you're like, oh, do super hardcore mode with on stream or something, then yeah, I would consider just not upgrading at all and seeing what that does. And just sticking to our favorite weapons. Get off of me. Ow. Oh, you think you can just shoot hot fire at me? Shoot hot fire. Their grappling moves are just the worst. Oh, can't escape out of that one. I was writhing on my controller immediately. Up we go. Didn't work. And you can get launched off, which I have before, so I don't want that. Yeah, get him. Right there. That's the best thing about aiming. If you can aim it correctly, you can just take him out. Oh, are you gasping for help? You're not gonna get it. You know why? Because I don't want you to. Road closed. Not for me. Oh. Well, no secrets that way. And that's where we go. I will say that the fact that for a controller, the bumper is the thing that really fixes where you aim your camera. That makes it so much easier. And I know I'm getting back into that thing of like, why are people complaining about the camera? It's like you get so much in the groove, they really don't need to. It kind of relates to that. So yeah, I guess it's just continuing that rant. So I can just instantly click it around so fast. Especially when I'm not constantly spamming the bow, which I bet some people are to fight. I prefer the actual combat. The mortal combat. Oh no. Oh, that's not auto-aiming. That's not auto-aiming at all. Maybe they're too far away is why. And at least for like the ones that were over the ledge that I was auto-aiming at, it was like right there. Oh, I don't like this guy. Oh, I really don't like this guy. I always imagine him having like a wrecking ball, like as a Mandela effect thing to myself because of his giant flipping hands. Like his hands are essentially wrecking balls. Oh my gosh. He's essentially the worst. In my opinion, launches you back. Just, yeah, he's one of those guys. He's literally, if you can think of any boss which just launches you every single time he touches you, that's what he is. And I despise those types of bosses. Because it's just like, yeah, it's just, what do you do? You really can't do anything except just slap them and run. Yeah. Oh, gosh. And the whole point is getting behind them. But then... it's like... If the whole point is getting behind them and then you're just getting your butt smacked. Oh my gosh. Stop. You brat. What? Bows don't do anything. I mean, no. Ah, I hate it. Down. Me no like. Ah. Me no like. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Maybe I'm just really bad, but I never... Nope, that is not the way to go. And I need to get out of here. Oh, am I supposed to jump when he does that? Because jumping has never worked for me before. Oh. And obviously the smack gets me from all the way over there. I'm not going to win this. I am not going to win this. No, do the thing. Oh, I already used it. I already used it on the Flame Phoenix. I can block it? When was I able to block it? I've been trying to block those smack moves and stuff this whole time. Maybe it was like the dash, but it was not working for him. Come on! I literally, it's not attacking him. Is this supposed to be the execution move? Have I been missing it that whole time? Because it's not working. It's not working. Okay, what am I... Oh, right. I have to hit the execution button. I could have beat him so much sooner and not wasted my flipping health products. This is going to be one of our quickest chapters we've ever done if the chapter's already over. Because we kind of just rampage through the entire thing, and there's not really much for collectibles in this level. And since I'm so familiar with it, I immediately knew where to go and just leave. So if this was the whole chapter, because I know the next place we go is the actual Liberty Island. Yeah. Force myself some more coffee. God, it's so beautiful. His emerald freaking eyes. I want a Ryu figure so bad. I'm actually going to a con soon. And if I get a Ryu figure, I will take a picture and I will put it on my Twitter, my social media. 100%. Okay, so we are here. Ah! So he was just a mini boss. Couldn't remember. I will say, this was another... I know in general it's just so tough, so it's like, when I say that, oh, this was a tough part of the original, or my first playthroughs, that's saying something in my opinion, even though it may not seem like it, because some of the stuff just comes easily to me, and when it's actually difficult, that means I'm having to really maneuver. This is one of the ones I would call difficult. This is the thing I thought was in the sewer when I was like, oh, you just get mauled by them. And this was definitely it. Because the flying guys, can you not? With your flapping grab? This is the one I was really thinking. Because the guys in the air, in the original, there was like so much more. This was way harder than it is. Oh, no. I don't want to lose, but at the same time, I don't want to heal. I don't want to waste my healies on this. Ow. Okay, see? You don't waste your healies all the time. Sometimes you gotta save them. You gotta save them, eh? Save those healies. I'm not going into any political stuff. I just want to say, I despise the fact that we're doing tariffs on our good friend Canada, because... that's like, I love Tim Hortons. I love stuff from Canada, and I want to go back to Canada as soon as possible because I had a layover there once, and I loved it already. And I know some people in Canada. But, so it's like, come on, man. Let me enjoy Canada and not cut so many ties and make it more difficult for me to go back. Oh, I love Japanese armor so much. It's just so appealing aesthetically and just practically, and I just like it. So this is originally where we're supposed to get the incendiary kunais. They are teaching about the ways of the ninja. Unfortunately, their information is all wrong. It's all based on folklore. So this is one of those weapons that infamously you can miss. I mean, I guess every single one of them you can miss, but some of them are just so blatantly in your face, like the claws or the staff. Examine. This section details the history of the statue. Cool. Thanks, Ryu. That was really not that helpful. The Vigor mythology, the book of Genesis. In the beginning, a great inconsistency flowed out into nothing. A nothing that was afraid of its own nothingness. A pure terror without color. One sec. Okay, cats were causing havoc, so where was I? Nothingness, a pure terror without color, without sound, with smell. It formed the root of all defecation, and eventually it coalesced into the shape of the first deity, Gurdu. Gurdu gave birth to all elements, providing them with order and function. In a remote area of space where Gurdu provided order, In a remote area of space where Gurdu provided order, there existed the territory of a chaos formed from elements without shape. This chaos, which had been forgotten during the blessings of Gurdu, existed at first as only an instinctual fear, but eventually the chaos began to take shape, and a consciousness was formed within it. At first, this was a small, envious presence, but eventually it grew and became clear. This marked the appearance of the hatred. This chaotic nature of hatred further evolved, bringing it to a level of a deity. Thus, the ancestor of all archfiends, Vigor, came into being, and the first conflict was set in motion. I like how this, it even says Genesis at the start, but this is like saying, oh, your Bible, just a little bit wrong. Here's some corrections. Not wrong, but Bible is like, we all know it as a fiction. And so it's saying like, well, it's based off a real story. And I'm saying that for people who don't really believe it's a real story. But I mean, if you believe in the Bible, believe in the Bible. I respect that. The Book of Evil Deities. The ancestor of all archfiends, Vigor, began to devour the territory of Gurdu, beginning at its center. During endless solar and lunar eclipses, the earth shook and split. The seas dried up only to flood into existence again. An intense wind swept over everything and fires burned down all of existence, ignoring even the concept of time itself. Eventually, Gurdu lost his strength, and the world once again plunged into chaos from which it had come. Then, a great change occurred. During the throes of unending destruction, the body of Gurdu himself split into fourths. Each part became a deity, controlling sentiment, wisdom, immortality, and creation. Eventually, they would come together to restore shape to the world again, but in their panic-stricken state after their birth, they still had little power. The dragons! So the dragons seemed to be, oh my gosh, it is story time. Okay. Sit back, relax. I want to enjoy some story. The Book of Dragons. In this age of panic, the serpent, deity of creation, was the only one of the deities who managed to keep some semblance of sanity. The serpent gave birth to a tiny presence, something that no other being would even notice. The seeds of life. These seeds managed to take hold and grow into the storm of chaos, and ever so slightly began to evolve, eventually becoming 13 dragons, whose destinies were to be found in battle. The dragons waged an endless battle against Vigor, who never ceased in his attempts to bring the world into a chaos of hatred. Eventually, the dragons were able to banish Vigor into the very ends of the world. However, it was at this time that the youngest and lowest of the position of the dragons, the Dark Dragon, summoned the hatred with its feeling of inferiority. To this betrayal, Vigor was able to keep from being completely destroyed due to it. Okay, the Book of Fiends. Oh, so many books. The Dark Dragon, now full of evil intent, joined with Vigor and his spawn of evil deities to further capture the territory of Gurdu. This conflict continued throughout the eons of history, and during its struggle, the first spark of human life appeared in the form of ancient tribes. Of course, old conflicts never cease, and even in the age of the ancient tribes, the dragon lineage and archfiends continued their battle for tens of thousands of generations, a struggle that finally ended when the members of the dragon lineage were able to seal away the archfiends and their spawn. However, in that age of chaos, all the bloodlines of the ancient tribes were mixed, and the form and nature of the ancients have been carried on by us, the fiends. Oh crap. So if the fiends helped write this, are we the fiends? Wait a minute. Form of the ancients carried on by us, the fiends. Okay. Interesting. See the archfiends and then like humans are fiends? I don't know. I'm not going to think too much into it. We're just going to keep reading. The Book of the Future. The land that the archfiend Vigor once held in his final territory had become this. The land of Vigor. The treachery of the Dark Dragon also occurred here, and this was where the ancient tribes lived. That is why their descendants, us the fiends, have taken over control of these lands. With this land as a barrier, the power of Vigor is limited only to this earth. Vigor is a demon of destruction, and the deity who creates history. When the descendants of this world is piled up, he will turn in a blaze of all-destroying flame and recreate the world. Chaos, like the floods on the banks of the Great River, will fulfill this world once again, and we will be the first recipients of this fulfillment. Okay, so humans are not the fiends, by the way. Whoever's writing this is a fiend, like a, probably one of like the demon ninjas. Evolution has and always will begin from here, the land of Vigor. It has been several hundred years since the supreme fiend Gogon established what would eventually become the Vigor Empire on these lands. If a new warrior of the dragon lineage shall appear, the Holy Emperor shall be infused with the power of the Archfiends. After 7 days from uniting of His Majesty and the Dark Dragon once again, we fiends will be blessed with exquisite harmony. So, the greatest Archfiend is trying to be fused with the Dark Dragon. Okay. Interessante. What is this? Big sword. Enma's Fang. I forgot about Enma's Fang. Oh, yeah. This is a good weapon. This is definitely a classic. I completely forgot about it. It was one of my favorites because it's literally just a great sword that he swings around super duper fast and amazingly. Ooh, I am ready. And it chops. It chops. Kind of wish I saved up one upgrade for it, but eh. Ooh. It does drop. Not really drop combos easy, but since it's so technically heavy, either though I'm saying technically because of how fast he swings it, since it's so heavy, there is difficulty of like speed sometimes, and best not to think about it in the sense of we gotta just keep going. Don't worry about it. Just take him out. I am stuck behind a pillar. Oh, you think you can get behind me? I am the king of getting behind you and slapping your cheeks. Cheeks slapped. Come on, attack me. I dare you. Oh, that was such a great effort. Well, it turns out you're going to fail. Wait. I also like the little sword on it. I think I'm gonna put like a probably a chapter for story time, because that is a lot of reading, and I'm pretty sure people who just don't care are gonna easily be able to see like the chapter on the video and be like, oh, okay, so I could just skip this. So better for people who don't really care for my voice and more care for the action on the screen. Which there are, and I'm saying this because there are some... I'm not trying to put myself down. I'm trying to say that there are some YouTubers, for example, where, let's say Smitty. I am a fan of Smitty. I think Smitty is a great YouTuber and a great comedian. However, there are specific games, him and Vanoss, specific games from those YouTubers where when they're playing solo, I just kind of find it boring. I don't think they have the same charisma they do, whether during Friends or during... Not all the time. Like, every time they play single player. I'm saying specifically with those games that I'm thinking of. Than other games and their friends. So it's just like, I stay not too interested at that point in time because I'm like, okay, well, the charisma I'm looking for is kind of lost. So, not my cup of tea. Is this the right way? Wait, where's the right way? That's the right way. Okay, so that is the right way. I was supposed to go this way, which means I'm going back down because I could have sworn there was another way. Plus, this guy's still firing at me, so I don't want to miss a guy. I want to miss the chance to mutilate this man. Yeah. Heck to the air, to the air, to the heck. Plus, it healed me. So... accomplished? Oh, no. For some reason, I thought I was going, like, the extra way. But I don't think I can make it on this wall. Can I? It can't. I can. Okay. Well, I thought I couldn't. Ah. Okay, well, I guess you only activate if I'm going the other way. Oh, well, a great advantage of this weapon is if I use it on even the darker skinned ones. I'm still trying to avoid. It seems to keep the stun, hit stun. Hit stun! That's the word I was looking for before. Hit stun. It seems to keep the hit stun that sometimes drops with the lighter weapons. So that's a bigger help. Yeah. And if you're interested in seeing more stuff with my friends, by the way, like if you've seen the Fortnite video and you're like, oh, they were really interesting, I would like to see more, just let me know. I've been trying to set up recordings. Everyone's been busy with their own stuff, but I haven't tried that hard, not gonna lie. So, I mean, I can not try harder like nag them, but like try harder in the sense of, being like, hey, you guys seem to be pretty adored. What do you think? So, I don't know. Hey, Macarena. I feel like if I was a serial killer, I would be like those people that in TV shows that play like Barbie Girl while they do it, just for the funnies. I don't think I could ever be a serial killer. I think for the pure fact and of it that I don't like actual unaliving people. It's not something I prefer, but I mean in the sense of hypothetically, if I was psychotic, I think I would be that type of like psycho where you just like want to put on a good jam while you do it. Because like if you cook while you have a nice jam on, that's when I know you'd probably be the type, you'd probably be the type of person to have a jam on while doing Hannibal Lecter-esque stuff or whatever. Like, I'm not saying you have to cook human meat for that to be the case, but if you're doing sadistic horror movie stuff, most likely, if you're the person that plays music while cooking, I think you'd be that same vibe. Because if you've ever seen a horror movie where they're doing like torture or something and they have like a groove going on in the background, it always makes me think of those people that cook. I thought there was an extra door here. That cook with music on. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like, it's not multitasking. There's a crystal skull up there. It's not multitasking, but at the same time, it's not multitasking. Come here. Oh, cleaved in half. I kind of feel like Guts with this. I feel like that would be so cool if they had like a Guts reference, like when you equipped it, you'd get like a wolf insignia. That'd be sick. I never realized I could see it from this far away. I remember grabbing this one every time because it was kind of like, I always liked checking out the girders whenever you go on a what? Huh? Go down the elevator? I don't want to go down the elevator. Yeah! Increase my health, please. Go, 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 go. Okay. I guess I'm supposed to go down the elevator? I don't want to. That's not a good idea in my opinion. Because I haven't saved. Nor have I checked out if there's a chest up here, because I think there is a chest on this top girder, and that's what I was thinking of. Like not the, Nope, it was the crystal skull. I was thinking the crystal skull. Okie dokie. But if you're ever on a stairwell in a video game, always check out, like, the middle. Make sure there's no platforms you land on. I mean, heck, even Hellsinger had platforms in the middle. That's how it work. Oh, duh. Elevator's not gonna work. Why would I immediately got on, I'm like, okay, let's take a boring travel. Just let it go to just be incredibly boring. No. This is Ninja Gaiden. This is Ninja Gaiden 2. This is exciting as heck, and there's no way they would make you just do some boring... Oh, there it is. Some boring flipping, waiting on an elevator. No. They're gonna have some exciting backflips for you to do in the meantime when you're bored. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Oh, you think you can get the better of me? Oh, I don't think you can. Oh, up you go. I'm trying to see if I can do the spinny, the Izuna drop. I bet I can. I bet there's the combo thing in it for the Izuna drop. So how do you clear? Oh, oops. Well, can't test how I clean this one. Hey, trapped in a wall. That's not how you treat your guests. I am a guest of this tower, and I refuse to be demeaned by you. Ooh, that stab. I think the big swords in these games are always fun, but there are some I just don't care for. Like the, in Devil May Cry, you have the giant fleshy sword, Sparta, and it's like, it's okay. It's decent, but it's just, Ooh, yeah. Two more. I remember there being a lot more in the original game. But I just never cared for it. It's like, yes, it can change from a giant sword into a scythe, and you can use it in a lot of ways, but it's like, Devil May Cry never really felt like something where you'd want such a giant obstruction. It always felt... I mean, heck, you even have dual pistols with Dante. That's his whole thing. So, with Nero, even his giant one, you kind of charge it up and use it a lot. 30,000, that is... Ooh, nearly. That's a lot. Should I save? Yes, we're going to save. Grains of spiritual life. 100% I'm saving up. Why would I not save up? There is definitely a secret around here. I remember there's something about... Yeah! Okay, so if... where is it? Okay, it's jump here, do that, and then go back down. I think that's it. Yeah, I gotta find the entrance to go back down, I think. I remember things, and that's if you want to go back down, if you forgot something. That's... I do like how they do that in this game a lot. They don't just make everything hard to get back to. The Four Greater Fiends Part 2. Eventually, the tension between the four fiend rulers evolved into a fierce battle. There's a bunch of chaos as through Heck had appeared upon Earth. His infernal conflict drew the attention of one of the archfiends known as Vazda. Slowly, he arose from his deep slumber and to observe the commotion. The Lord Vazda's gaze alighted upon a man, a lone human who plummeted into the deep abyss of the archfiend's stare. Okay. Did I miss one? I don't remember getting part 1. Oh, I missed one. Maybe it was that passed out dude that I couldn't collect anything from. Was that a glitch? Oh, that's a little upsetting. Dang it. And... oh, I hate missing the collectibles. It's not my favorite. I guess there was nothing to collect. I thought it was like going back down or something. If I missed something, feel free to call me a big old dumb man, but could have sworn.
I recognize that stink.
Yes, smell me.
the repugnant stench of the dragon lineage.
Rude? I thought you were talking about my armpits.
The final lament of an ancient creature. That's death you smell.
His voice actor, mwah, also great.
Have the lifespan of flies. I have experienced things your feeble minds could never comprehend.
You're right. I would never comprehend it.
Echoing through the cosmos. You may
Maybe if I do stream this on super hard mode, I could do the Japanese voices as well. Because the English are great. But, just saying. I don't think you fall here when I make you perish. Because I think there's like another time I see him. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, we're equipping the sword. Sword's gonna be the best. It's the best all-around weapon. It's like when you're not sure of who to pick in Smash Bros. You're like, okay, I'm just gonna choose Mario or something like that. I'm just gonna choose a basic. Hey, that's the sword. It's the best all-around weapon when you're unsure. Stop, Magarena. I remember being terrible against this guy, and I still am. Oh. No. Yeah, I think you're just supposed to avoid his attacks and then go back at him. Avoid his attacks and then counter. The ground smashes are definitely a hard one. Oh no. I remember that those attacks being a lot easier to land. Oh no, he's dodging real quick. Hey, 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 hey! No. Stop your madness. That's not okay. That's just cheat, man. Oh, am I supposed to fire him down with the bow? Eh. No. There we go, counterattack, counterattack. I'm never really sure when you're supposed to counterattack. Because I'm bad at reading things. Oh, yeah! Oh, you are easier than Giant Guy. You know why? Because I'm not going to get smacked just for existing.
Such is the fragility of evil.
Oh, that reverb. The fragility of evil. Yeah, I think he comes back. He's not entirely gone. That pose, that is probably thumbnail pose. Na, 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 na. Oh, we're done. Okay, cool. Save. No spoilers for you guys. Alright. I hope you enjoyed this next chapter. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya.